two, one. Hello, everybody. Talking to you live from the Aventura Corporate Center with my great colleague, David Solomon. We're back to you in 30 seconds. Today, who stole the lyrics? Hello, everybody, and welcome. And today is about the basic statement: who stole the lyrics? You know, what comes to mind, David, is what was the first song, swear word in a song? And, you know, most of us in our generation would say, DMX or Biggie Biggie, but actually,
No, Stuart. I'm going back to the Who from 1960s. Come on,
1960s. Let's go before the Who. It was 1938. The cover of Louis Armstrong, "Old Man Moses," with Patricia Norman on vocals, caused a scandal with a wink, wink of innuendo. The lyric "bucket" was heard as "fuck it." And and that's why I have parental explicit, right? We're on our main screen today, because you know what? When bucket and fuck it sound the same, that's green. David, this is insane. We stress on lyrics, on music less than we stress on Dr. Seuss books. What do you got?
I got to tell you, I grew up on music. I had music at the home. I loved it. I mean, and I think I drove my parents crazy because my father was a classical music lover, and here I'm bringing in rock and roll into the household. I mean, my first album I ever bought was Billy Joel, Glass Houses. I mean, Shatters the Glass. We talk about like shocking, right? And when I think back to what I listened to over the years, wasn't bad. I mean, some lyrics were here and there, but wasn't bad. Now, I've said this many times, I'm a father. I've got kids. And I remember when they were singing all these songs, and I went, whoa, do you actually know what you're saying? And they're like, no, it's fun, Dad. It's cool. Well, not so cool. And now as they're older, they went, holy mackerel, I can't believe what I sang when I was a young kid.
When you think of swear words, what comes to mind today, I mean, especially when the environment out there is, the rappers. And, I wanted to run a list. Which rappers, are there any rappers that don't swear? And I'm going to name a bunch of names: Run DMC, Most Rackham songs, LL Cool J, Lauryn Hill's mainstream songs, Money Love, Tribe Called Quest, Ice Cube, clean versions. These guys come up with music that doesn't have swear words, like, in rap. And then I looked at the most rappers, the top 10. You got Lil' Kim, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Tupac, DMX, 50 Cent, Eminem, and the winner of the award with 250 plus swear words is NWA. I don't get it.
You know what? I'll tell you what the thing that worries me a lot. When, before this digital generation, if you went out and you bought an album, that's what you heard. And if you listened to the radio, it's all you heard, right? There were no other options. Today, music is available so freely, and anybody can record and anybody can put it out there. When I looked at Spotify and I said, okay, let me just run a bunch of rock songs from 2020. I mean, more than half had a label that said explicit content.
Explicit content.
You know what? For me, that term that I see at the bottom of our screen here today, that just says, listen to me. I'm young. I'm a teenager. I want to listen to it. But you know what's scary, Stuart?
Yep.
What's scary is the impact that it'll have on our kids. We wonder at times why we're so violent, why kids do certain things, why things happen. And I'm not about to tell you that this is the only reason, but I looked up psychology today. The so-called, information source for, for what's going on today. And there were two things that caught my attention in this article. Number one is emotional mimicry. That we look for it literally sinks into our system, and then we want to mimic that.
Yep.
Worse than that, okay, is identity development. And it says music can be a powerful tool for identity development. Young people derive a sense of identity from music. Now, when you say that, and your lyrics promote hate, racism, where's my list there? Here we go. Sexual choices, sexual activities. I mean, you are putting yourself in a position that there's an inherent danger. Now, when someone sings about certain sexual activities,
what about like rape, do it, bucket it? Listen, I'm going to just jump in here. Why is rap so vulgar? Rap is a modern, popular music. That's the way it is. People don't care what goes in their head or what comes out of their mouth. It's called vulgar society. When's the last time, when's a New Yorker gone out for breakfast anywhere in the world and isn't known as a New Yorker? Where the fuck's my coffee, man? They talk like this. They walk like this. It's expected. Vulgarity is part of our society. And I guess that's my opinion why rap is just so vulgar.
It's not just rap, Stuart. We got to be careful here because we're not going to pigeonhole just rap. There's some nice rap songs out there. I've heard them. I think they're beautiful, and they're nowhere near as they're not explicit in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you listed a whole bunch of them. The sad part is that it's not just rap. It's hip hop. It's pop. It's rock. It's hard rock. I mean, I remember the 80s when it was all about, how to, what they talked about women, what they were going to do to women. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but some of these hard rock songs, how they depicted women in such a vulgar way, what they were going to do to women, it hasn't changed. The genres don't change. What bothers me is in today's society, when we're looking at what people are chasing and commenting and really trying to clean up, the music industry, which is, now is self-promotion, and it's not what it used to be from 30, 40, 50 years ago. But the songs today, to put out a song today is so easy. Anybody could do it. Anybody could put out a music video. Anybody could do these things. And the scary part is, what is the content and what's the message to the most vulnerable age groups out there today?
It's sad. I mean, it's just sad. I mean, I don't get it. Listen, I listen to satellite radio. I save myself from all the insanity that goes on regular network radio, which is probably cruel and unusual, but maybe that's why people are listening to us today. But like, if you look at the data, from 2017, which comes from Newsweek, 1/3 in 2017 had explicit lyrics, 1/3, shit in, shit out. But I don't know why we're putting more focus on what our children read and have no comprehension versus the broad mainstream has to tolerate. I don't get it. Why is the Hollywood elite always exempt from all the rules? It sounds like it's a new DC.
Oh, no, I think it's not. I think it goes beyond that. I don't think it's just the Hollywood elite. I mean, there are people who put up music all the time. I think that it's just a question of what we've become, what's come socially acceptable. Look, when we were kids, man, it was all about, man, if you could talk about body parts, you could swear. When you were younger, that was a taboo. You wanted to, be part of that. When we were teenagers, it just got more and more and more and more. And it just seems that because so much is available, that the envelope is pushed even further out. So when you think about it, it's like people are listening to your music and you're ecstatic because they're listening to your music. And so the more vulgar or the more taboo you could be, it's attracting more attention. I want attention. Now, I'm not suggesting cancel culture here. I'm not suggesting shut them down. What I'm worried about is, and I lived it, and I read about it, and I saw it, is, do you really want your children to emulate what's on those songs or the videos that they're watching? It's frightening. We're talking about respecting in the Me Too world that's out there today, and we hear what's going on in New York. Could you imagine someone hearing a song and saying, "I don't understand. I don't understand. The song said, and now you're telling me I shouldn't do this, I can't do this."
Hey, man, don't you ever heard of political correctness?
No, but I'm not talking about PC. I'm talking about, imagine talking to a 12, 13, 14-year-old who hears a song about what women expect, and then he says, "Oh, I'm just going to," and it's like, whoa, baby, that's not even close to right.
How about this new song, Wet Pussy? I mean, like, tell me where they're not talking about succotash. I mean, they're talking about, women's genitalia. I mean, like, really, but that's accepted. Your 12-year-old kid turns on a TikTok video and it says, "Wet pussy." And, I got girls. I mean, this is just not right. But we're told this is acceptable. But Curious George, Dr. Seuss, Steinbeck, no, they're bad. I mean, let's talk about literary pieces of art, and Wet Pussy survives the radio.
Well, look, I'm not some music Nazi where I'm going to sit here and I'm going to like go after everything. What I'm just thinking is I'm really, I'm clueless. I mean, I go back to some of the songs that I listen to and I'm saying to myself going, wow, now that I understand the innuendo in the lyrics, I can't believe I sang those when I was a kid. My kids said the same thing, but I don't really want to hear music about violence. I don't want to hear music about sexual aggression. I don't want to see the music videos that come along with it. And unfortunately, it's easy to find. Like I said, Spotify, it's there.
Hang on a second. There's a song by Cardi B called W.A.P. WAP. And the lyrics, they go, "I said certified freak 7 days a week, wet ass pussy, make that pull out game week, woo ah." This is on. Now, this is an artist named Megan Thee Stallion. Album's called WAP, was released in 2020. Awards, American Music Award for Favorite Song, Rap, Hip Hop. People's Choice Award for Favorite Collaboration Song. Nominations, MTV Video Music Award for the Best Song of the Summer. And there's more. I mean, look, David, cancel Dr. Seuss. Cancel Dr. Seuss, but this is giving awards.
No, I don't get it. And by what you just said is by giving an award to someone like that, the message you send to your teenagers.
I got no disrespect. I don't know Cardi B. I don't know this. I don't want to end up getting into a hate, viral Twitter battle with some Cardi B. I don't care. They're not the problem, or maybe they are, or is the political correctness police that are just overlooking this person. Sorry, Cardi B. Again, I'm very sorry.
Look, I think where we're going is, and again, I'm not looking at, again, the PC and whatever. My big worry today is, and it continues to, it's pervasive, is that impact on preteens and teens who are just right now, they're looking at their, who are their idols? Well, clearly their idols are people in the entertainment world and people who are singing. And when you see, anybody from a rock star to a rap to a hip hop to whomever, I mean, look, music has always tried to push the envelope. And I mean, if we remember what happened at the Super Bowl, with Justin Timberlake and with, Janet Jackson, they pushed the envelope. They always try to push the envelope. They always try to do it. But then you're saying, well, you don't listen to my music. I can't be responsible for what's going to do for children today. Or no, actually, you can't do that. I'm sorry. You sing about these things, you should be held accountable. If you're promoting hate, if you're promoting racism, if you're promoting violence, if you're promoting, violence towards the police, inappropriate actions towards men or women, you're guilty and responsible. And I'm sorry. This has got to be curbed. Stuart,
Yep.
I see what time it is.
Yep. And you want to know something? I wish everybody out there a great weekend. Monday, we're back at noon. We'll hit you up with some other topics. As you see, we just don't talk about political issues. We talk about sometimes political correctness issues. And, we got an opinion. I believe you do as well. And as we get further along, down our growth path, this being officially episode number 2, you'll find out that it's not about left or right. It's about what's in the center. And why is the rationale on both sides just gone bananas? So, David, it's been a pleasure. TheRantNetwork.com. I think we got some site enhancements coming this week. I know I've got some IT guys working on the back end this week. So looking forward to next week, David.
Folks, put your comments. We love those comments. We love what we've seen on Facebook. We love what we've seen being sent to us at rant@therantnetwork.com. Please feed us. We love to hear from you. You agree, you disagree, not a problem. Share it with us.
And to our good friend Jeff, who wanted me to talk about Cardi B wet pussy, we'll talk about anything and we'll say anything. But we want to keep the topics moving. David,
great weekend, everybody. Cheers, everybody.